Galatians 5:22. But the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace. This week we're going to be looking at peace. We looked at love our first week, and then last week we looked a lot on joy, seeing how we can find joy in Christ. And now this week we are going to be looking at peace. So before we can look at peace, we have to know what peace is. And I looked it up on Google what peace is, and the definition is freedom from disturbance or tranquility. Freedom from disturbance or tranquility. When I was younger, my sisters, they would, sometimes on purpose, sometimes not, they would just really bug me or irritate me when I was like doing certain things. They would come into my room. Sometimes they would take my stuff. Sometimes they would be in my room when I wasn't home and I got home, and I would find like one of my sisters like playing at my desk or whatever it might have been. And I was like, what the heck? Like, you guys are really annoying me right now. And they're probably listening to this, but that's totally fine. Um, but a lot of times I would get annoyed by these things, or I would have this disturbance from my sisters. And uh, recently, I think like maybe a month or so ago or two, they all went on vacation, and I had to work, so I wasn't able to go with them. But they went away for like 2 days up to the mountains. Um, and I was home alone for like 2 days. And something cool was it, like, yes, I did miss them, of course, but the really cool thing was like I was able to be here at my house by myself, and I had this like sense of peace. And I don't know if you guys have ever felt that, like um, just this like calmness of being alone or being by yourself. But it was really cool, and like I was able to experience that. And today we're gonna be in Philippians 4:4-7. So I want to flip open to there. Um, I just want to read this real quick, and then we'll get into it for a sec. But it says, Philippians 4:4-7 says, "Rejoice in the Lord always. Again, I will say rejoice. Let your reasonableness be known to everyone. The Lord is at hand. Do not be anxious about anything, but in everything, by prayer and supplication, with thanksgiving, let your requests be made known to God. And the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, will guard your heart and your minds in Christ Jesus." There's two things that I got out of this. One is don't be anxious, and I know I've talked about that before at junior high for one of our Wednesdays, or maybe I think it was a Sunday. It was a Sunday, yeah. But um, don't be anxious is what the first thing I got from there. And the second thing is let it be known to God, and the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus. There's two things that we get from here, and I love these verses because Paul is again writing to the church of Philippi, and he is again still in prison. I know we shared about this last week a little bit, but he's saying, don't worry. Don't worry about whatever's going on in your life. Let it be known to God. Of course, God already knows, but he wants a relationship with us. So why are we not talking to God about our day? Why are we not sharing with him our problems and our struggles and our pain and our joy and our good times and our bad times? We need to be in constant communication with God, because that's how we build a relationship with him. We need to not only talk to God, but also to listen to what he has to say to us through his word. Um, and I think just what I want to close out with today is whatever's going on in your life right now, it's not too big. Nothing is too big or too small for God to handle. Nothing is too big or too small. So whatever it is that maybe it's bothering you, maybe it is this disturbance. For me, that example that I gave about my sisters, I love them to death, of course. I just thought that was a cool example. But whatever's going on, whatever you're going through right now, maybe your biggest thing right now is this quarantine. Maybe you want to get out of the house. Maybe you want to go see your friends, and maybe it's some other things in life that are just happening right now, and maybe they're not looking too good. But I just want to let you guys know that there's a peace that Jesus brings when we are in relationship with him and we get to know who he is. There's a peace that surpasses our fleshly understanding of anything. But there's nothing too big for God to handle. And I want you guys to know that. I want to leave you guys with that today. Love you guys, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. And yeah, let the peace of God be with you. Bye, guys.